What is going on, Cincinnati? Welcome to Survivor NSFW live party here in my hometown of Cincinnati, Ohio. We're actually in Mason, Ohio at Sonder Brewing. Everybody, what is going on?
It's a hot crowd, brother.
Hell yeah. Tonight has been epic. For one, I see a lot of familiar faces, good friends of mine. I also see a lot of people that this is the first time that they may have ever come to one of our events, Jonny Fairplay. Tonight, it was a shitty, rainy night, but lots of you guys came out. My band got to play. Jonny Fairplay, you're in town, and I'm having a blast, dude. And the season, what do you guys think of episode 1 of season 30?
I think people are very happy with the final person eliminated this evening. But let's start at the beginning, Matt.
Here's the deal. Season 40, as a Survivor fan, I cannot believe that we are here. 2020, Jonny Fairplay, season 40, 20 years of Survivor, the greatest reality television show, in my opinion, in the history of television. You and I are very lucky that we got to play. I got to play once. You got to play technically twice.
Technically.
But this is an epic event. 20 winners competing for $2 million.
Yeah, pretty monumental. I mean, you had Jeff with the total. Jeff, I think Jeff was even taken aback. He's just like, man, this is television history. You don't have shows that go for 20 years.
Right. And the cool thing is they start out the show with a champagne toast. It's like everyone comes out there, dude. There's all kinds of winners throughout the ages. And literally, dude, you have 20 of the best winners. Now, I am a little bit bummed out that I don't see people like Richard Hatch, Tina Wesson, Mike Holloway.
There's enough good people out there. I'm happy.
You stoked?
I'm fine. It's enough good people out there. Right. I mean, we had one tribe that formed to become dum-dums, but we'll get to that. So that opening moment, I thought that, Wendell, given their retrospects of what brought them there, I think Wendell and Yule really came across as cute. They're just like, gosh, I mean, how can you not love this?
I know, and the thing is, dude, going into the season, Jonny Fairplay, I did not think that I would be a fan of Yule Kwan. You have not seen much of Yule over the years of charity events and different things you and I go to, but quite frankly, dude, Yule was playing a calculated, strategic, and smart game right off the bat.
I think Yule is playing the best game tonight, bar none.
Wow. Give it up for Yule.
Yeah, and new T-shirt available at JonnyFairplay.com. With every T-shirt purchase, you can get a phone call from me.
We're wearing the Lex Legend shirt.
I am.
And I am wearing, I just got mine yesterday. I got the new Survivor NSFW Season 40 logo. So if you want to get those shirts, Jonny Fairplay, where can the people get those shirts?
You just go to JonnyFairplay.com, and once again, with every purchase, you get a phone call from me thanking you for your shirt. We got a new Officer Sarah shirt, Yule, Ethan, Jeremy, Wendell, Durty, Harry from Survivor Australia All-Stars. We got a bunch of really cool shirts. They like the Australian Survivor here. So, but when getting ready tonight, I put on my Lex shirt, but you know what else I did?
Lord, you either did one of two things, Jonny Fairplay. You took a Blue Chew, so you look like you're packing in those Levi 501 button flies, or B, you manscaped.
I manscaped, Matt Bischoff. Now I use the new lawnmower 3.0, but I have as a special giveaway tonight a slightly used Lawnmower 2.0 from Manscaped.com. Slightly used with power cable. So we'll do a trivia question. What's a good trivia question for this, Matt?
Who's the first person voted out of the first fans versus favorites?
Jonny Fairplay. Jonny Fairplay.
The first person voted out the first fans versus favorites. Oh, there you go, lady. Hey, barely used Lawnmower 2.0 from Manscaped.com. Let's hear it. And Matt, can you tell us a little more about Manscaped?
I'm telling you what, the Lawnmower 3.0, they are here to save your balls, Jonny Fairplay. Right now, you can go to manscaped.com and use promo code SURVIVOR on anything that they have, and you get 20% off of the Lawnmower 3.0, the Crop Preserver, anything that you want.
Yeah, I mean, it's free shipping.
That's right.
Free shipping. Use promo code SURVIVOR, the Crop Preserver, the ball deodorant. Look, you don't use the same razor down there that you do on your face unless you're Matt Bischoff. Give the Lawnmower 3.0 a try. That's Lawnmower 3.0 from Manscaped.com. Use promo code SURVIVOR.
Right on. So here's the thing. We go into the first challenge, you guys, and what was amazing about this, it brought back a lot of memories, Jonny Fairplay. This is a classic challenge that was done on my season, Survivor Caramoan, where I got manhandled by Francesca.
Hey, congrats on saying it correctly. It's very difficult, I've heard.
But, man, it is a brutal challenge. It is just a basic challenge in the water where you have to take the ring and get it over to your pole.
It was just so amazing. It started out so fast and furious. We had rice, fire, and immunity on the line in the first 10 minutes of the game. I mean, of course, we did learn that Buster Rob does nothing around the house. That's why Amber was so anxious to play. But other than that, I mean, this is crazy. I mean, like that's a hardcore challenge. It's super physical. You're showing who needs to stay based on physical attributes, and you're kind of drawing lines in sand. And I thought it was an amazing way to start the season. And an hour into season 40. And we have one tribe going to tribal council in 24 hours, 36 hours.
Well, the thing that I got the most out of this, dude, is the women are dominating. Officer Sarah Lucina, quite frankly, could be the biggest beast out of any Survivor player in history.
Yeah, I mean, to run 7 marathons in 7 continents in 7 days, you got to be something special on the inside and out. And I think we're going to see it from Sarah Lucina this season.
So something I want to say, Jonny, there's something new on this season of Survivor. There's what's called fire tokens, okay? And fire tokens are used to be able to buy things. You can bequeath them. What is your opinion on the twist of bringing the fire tokens in at this season 40?
I don't know if I want to see people queef tokens.
Yes, you do.
Oh, yeah, actually. I might be into that. But, yeah, no, it's pretty... So far, I'm digging it. I like that someone had the opportunity to send someone of the losing tribe, so it's not necessarily, like when Natalie sent over the idol, it wasn't necessarily to Jeremy because Jeremy wasn't on the losing tribe.
Right.
So I like the little, like, it's, I think it keeps it in one of those anything can happen type deals, and so far, I'm not against it. I'm all for lots of these things with the time limits.
So what is your thoughts of the Edge of Extinction? So here's my opinion, dude. Edge of Extinction that we saw prior to season 40, I could not stand it. I can't stand that Chris Underwood was someone that got voted out, came back in the game, and won the game. I am not a fan of that.
Sure.
However, tonight watching Edge of Extinction, I actually enjoyed what they were doing here. And especially with a lot of these winners that people love here in the audience tonight, it's a way to see them continue on in the game in some sort of fashion.
Yeah, no, I mean, like with explosive personalities like this, you want to keep them on your televisions for as long as possible. I'm all for it. I would just kill it at the merge.
And I think that what I've seen online is Jeff Probst's claim that after this season, we're not going to see Edge of Extinction for quite a while. Do you think that that's going to be true?
I definitely think so. I think the tribe has spoken.
Okay, so you think because of the outpour of people giving opinions on social media that Jeff Probst has decided not to do it? Do you think that that's a big factor?
Yes. Yeah,
Right on.
I think that's definitely it. So going back to that first challenge, I think Yule looked stronger than he did in the pregame interviews because he was saying, I'm kind of a frail version of what I used to be. And Yule looked like
he's dope, dude.
he could bring it.
Right.
So we saw Dirty Kim. Kim's was pulling Natalie's hair. And, that's she's a dirty player, and I think she's being singled out as such a little bit, being part of the Poker Alliance, things of that nature. And then
we also see Tyson get a little bit emotional, which is something that I kind of did not see coming.
Yeah.
A lot of these people, Jonny Fairplay, even yourself, myself included, when you first played, you were just a fucking single, loudmouth dude with no responsibilities. You liked to party. You didn't have kids to answer to. Now, if you played, you are a dad. We see the same thing with Poverty and Tyson and others. Being a parent is something totally different when you play Survivor.
Absolutely. I mean, it factors in, but I don't know where Tyson is in his head. I can tell you that me personally, if I were to go back out there, I'm looking at their futures versus anything. It's like, I'll be home in 2 months. It's fine.
Right.
Daddy will come home with a big check.
Right. Now, what do you think about Sandra during this season? You've been a big proponent of Sandra and her gameplay not being the queen. You played with Sandra. You're good friends with her. You don't think she's deserving of being on the Mount Rushmore, per se, of Survivor? You think maybe she got lucky? All I'm saying is...
Whoa. I'm not saying she doesn't deserve to be on the Mount. I mean, she's the only two-time winner up until May whatever of this season.
Did you think, though, the outcome of tonight, Sandra is safe? She was not even brought up. Are you surprised by this?
No.
How come?
Because Amber was on her tribe.
Okay.
Amber was the bigger fish to fry. Sandra's next.
Okay, right on. Because I love seeing Sandra's cockiness and hilarious persona in tonight's episode, but you're saying that you don't think she's going to last very deep into this game.
Well, I mean, if she sees the bullseye on her next week, then I think she will play her first ever idol that she's ever had on Survivor that she received on her own.
Right.
And that buys her one more week.
Right.
But I mean, I don't know. I just think I'm a survivor. You're a survivor. We've talked with other survivors. I mean, we have Roger Bingham, one of a nobleman in survivor history.
Right.
And he's sitting there calling the Blue Tribe a bunch of idiots. He's like, how do you not send Boston Rob home first? He's like, it's a no-brainer.
Right.
He's like, you're a survivor. You know how deadly he is. He's gone his first vote. That's it.
Right.
We'll win without him.
Right. I am actually shocked that the way tonight went, who got voted out is. I mean, I'm not surprised about Amber, but it is kind of crazy. I want to say Poverty. So the first time we see Poverty kind of early on in tonight's episode, she's still got that flirtatious persona to her, even though she's a mom. She's talking to different people about being a parent, and she's able to use that to her advantage, dude.
I think it was more so they were just sitting there idolizing her more than being wooed by her parenting skills.
So do you think a lot of people are kind of like
They're
starstruck?
They're starstruck right now.
So we saw Ben, who's definitely starstruck.
Yeah, Ben's starstruck by anyone. Like if Ben were to be in the military for whatever reason and be kidnapped and tortured by Boston Rob, our nation would not be safe. Did you know that Ben served our nation's military? He did not mention it tonight.
He did.
He did not. There's always next week. Don't worry.
So do you think like players like Ethan, okay, we see Ethan claiming that, this is a way faster game. Do you think players like him and Danny can adapt quickly into this new style of gameplay in 2020?
I mean, it really like you have Ethan and Danny running around saying that it's so fast and so different. It really isn't. If it's a bunch of idiots walking around with no idea, that's not really faster gameplay. That's just a bunch of idiots with no idea.
So if you're a fan and you've been watching every season of Survivor and you go back out, if you're Ethan and you've paid attention to every season, then it shouldn't be a big.
You just go, hey, slow down.
Right.
Who should we send home?
Right.
Boston Rob.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah.
You don't want to send home Boston Rob this time? Listen, I mean, there's not one player out there that doesn't know that Boston Rob and Parvati are the two most dangerous players in this game.
Right.
Every single person there knows it.
Right.
So why are they there?
Yeah. I don't know.
Like at the end of this episode, Boston Rob should have been the first boot. They should have been weakened, and Parvati should have been the second.
Yeah. And now they're not. And the thing is, because that happened, you never know how far these players are going to go into the game.
I think Michelle Fitzgerald finally got a grasp on what's going on. So I think she was playing that fast game, and then she's like, wait a second. You don't need to run around chasing your tail, even though it's a nice one, I assure you.
Now, let's talk about Tony Vlachos.
Yes.
So, Tony Vlachos' first season, Spy Shack, great player. His second season, not so much. Third time around, do you think we're going to see just this evolution of Tony's game, kind of when we saw Coach and his gameplay?
I don't think we're going to get a full circle story like that, but I think it's going to end a lot happier than it did the last time. Like, the last time wasn't good, and Tony will tell you that.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to see a strong effort from Tony.
Right. So what we do is people are talking, people are scrambling. We see Boston Rob and Parvati. They're talking, they're connecting. They're both parents, they're both old school players. Do you think that Rob and Parvati, if they make it kind of a couple more votes, would stay together and try to really play this game together? Or do you think it's just kind of like, oh shit, we're old school players, that's what we have in common?
No, that's the only option he has. I mean, I think it was pretty obvious that Parvati, for whatever reason, had the most power of anyone out there on that tribe.
Right.
And Rob noticed that and is using that.
Right.
Rob's a smart player. I mean, I don't like Rob, but I respect Rob.
Yeah.
Huge difference.
So if Rob was in the audience right now at our event, would you be cordial with him, or?
I wouldn't give him a donut. Look at him. He doesn't need anymore. Jesus Christ.
Oh, my God.
Pull me. Oh, my God. I didn't know Shamu could talk.
So, look, there's talks early on about targeting Boston Rob. Well, we see Ben get starstruck.
Oh, hold on. Before you talk about Ben being starstruck, real quick back to the Red Tribe. Do you notice Nick standing around doing nothing just like he did on David vs. Goliath?
I do.
Not a goddamn thing, Nick. You did not learn one thing from last time you played? To stand there and do nothing is not the way to start Survivor?
No, and he did nothing. I was like, wow. I was like, dude, I don't know if it's the edit, but he just like standing around not doing shit at camp.
He won't do shit.
I'm like, what are you doing, dude?
He won't do shit. He might not have been looking for an idol, but he won't do shit.
No, he wasn't. So we see
So
Ben.
maybe he did learn something.
Yeah, he might have. So Ben is starstruck
Oh, yeah.
over Boston Rob, okay? He ends up telling Rob the plan.
Yeah. And this is a guy that we trusted our country to.
So what do you think of that? I mean, are you shocked by Ben's gameplay that he's so starstruck?
If Kim Jong-un had a Red Sox hat, do you think he would tell him where all the stuff is?
No.
I don't know. He might. I don't know. Ben T-shirt available at JonnyFairplay.com. They're not selling very good, so I figured I'd mention them here. So.
But so we see Ethan, Danny, Parvati, Boston Rob, they're kind of talking at camp. You're kind of seeing these old school players. It's kind of what I anticipated.
Yeah, because they're not running. You have every other player running around like an idiot. They're just standing there. Like you're going to have a conversation when you're not running.
Right.
When you see people running laps around you and you're not running, you're just like, hey, look at them.
Yeah, right.
So, I mean, I was embarrassed. Like, I was really embarrassed for some of those newer players on that. Just like, I mean, I get it. Like, I know you're amped. I know it's winners, but it's
right. Yeah. No, I hear what you're saying. So we go to Tribal Council, Jonny Fairplay. It is the Blue Tribe, and everyone is paranoid. Everyone.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, man, but I thought Adam Klein tonight was kind of.
It was funny.
He was.
He got one line of trouble, and he made it count, didn't he?
He did. But I thought he was pretty much in trouble at first.
I thought he was going. I thought Adam Klein was going first tribal.
Now, do you think moving forward, do you think Adam Klein, does he have a snowball's chance in hell of going far into the game?
No, I kind of said he would be odd man out going into this thing. I still stand by that, and I also felt that Natalie would be kind of odd man out, and that looks to be the case as well.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, Natalie gets voted out, goes to the edge of extinction. Now, I definitely did not like this in the past, but I actually dug it tonight. I was actually kind of bummed. I'm not a huge Natalie fan.
I thought, you know what? I'm not a huge Natalie fan either, but I do respect her game as well. And I thought she looked beautiful on the edge of extinction by herself. I mean, I'm not wishing people to go there by themselves just to look good. But I thought she looked just that scene. I'm just like, that's a beautiful girl walking around an island by herself.
Yeah, and she's a badass.
She is a badass.
I'm following her on Instagram. Yeah. She does the CrossFit. She's in badass shape.
She could kick both of our asses together.
Oh, she could kick both of our asses.
Oh, well, she would kick your ass because I'd be running. You ain't as fast as me.
But so she bequeaths her token. She bequeaths.
She queefed it?
She queefed it to Jeremy.
Hey, that new Jeremy shirt available at JonnyFairplay.com is pretty popular.
It is. So Jeremy's got a fire token.
He does, and he's got a fire shirt.
He does, man.
So the verdict is still out, but so far I'm really digging the tokens.
Yeah, I am too. I wasn't sure what they were going to be.
Yeah.
When we started talking,
it just sounded convoluted at first, and still might be.
Yeah, I was just kind of confused. Like, what are these things?
I mean, but I don't understand. Like, I would really be pushing to. I mean, like maybe they figured out how to make a shelter that doesn't leak, but I never did.
Right.
So I would be like, let's pull together some fucking coins for a tarp.
Yeah. Right.
Like that would be the most important thing.
Totally.
For me.
Yeah.
So
we see that Natalie. She goes up, she climbs up on top of this mountain, and she finds.
Oh, she went up the Star Wars Luke Skywalker stairs.
Yeah, I know.
She finds Luke Skywalker with his metal hand.
That's what it looked like.
Looking old and with cigarette teeth.
So she finds an idol that cannot be used on the edge of extinction, but can be used in the game for up to 3 tribal councils.
Yes.
And who gets it? Your best friend, Sandra.
I mean, of anyone on the planet to give that idol to, Sandra Diaz-Tron. You know what? There was a part of me that actually liked it.
Yeah.
I mean, me and Sandra, we have our good days and bad days. As I said earlier, I respect Sandra. I thought I was like, of anyone to give it to, I was just like, I kind of dig it. Like, there's just a little part of me, because I don't have a heart, but that spot where a heart would be, there's a little piece of that area that was like, I'm digging this.
So why do you think that she gave it to Sandra out of anybody else?
Just to fuck up that tribe. Yeah. She knew that Sandra would be a target. I mean, anyone would know that Sandra would be the target.
And do you think Natalie is someone that will stay the course at the edge of extinction?
There's no give up in her.
Yeah,
I
agree.
I mean, you saw in her season she didn't give up.
Right.
So she had some tough days.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right on. Well, dude, we go to the immunity challenge up next, man, and you basically take a boat. You kind of go out to these platforms, and you have to go over this, spinny thing. You're in the water, which that looks really tough, Johnny. What people don't understand when you're playing Survivor, when you're doing water challenges, it's very, very tough. And when you have people like Boston Rob, who's a little bit bigger than he was the last time he played, getting some of those people over that spinning wheel thing was pretty tough. And then the challenge ends with a basic ring toss over an oar. Where you get 3 rings on the oar and you win. And it kind of was a showdown between Wendell and Jeremy.
Yeah, well, going back to the challenge a little bit, jumping off the crates, Boston Rob's belly flop was something of Survivor legend. So I will give kudos there. That big barrel-chested Boston Rob, he made quite the splash. It looked like it hurt.
It probably did.
Yeah, so, but Man, I was hoping, I thought that was Wendell's jam right there. I mean, they got there first. You got Yule on the puzzle, Wendell's throwing. I mean, this is what Wendell does every morning at 5 a.m. is not throw rings, but he throws things.
Right. And he was doing pretty well at the beginning.
Well, yeah, he's 1 for 1.
Right.
And then 0 for the rest.
Right.
So I think in the grand scheme of things, his numbers are a little bad.
Right. But I don't think
They're Jonny Fairplay type numbers.
But I don't think Wendell's going to be a target. I don't think anyone's going to be like, oh, dude, you suck. You lost us for a target. I think Wendell's completely
He got one more than anyone else did.
Right. So Jeremy Collins ends up dominating and winning that. He's a beast.
He's a beast. And he's so likable.
Dude, he is someone that could, if he gets far in this game, Jonny Fairplay, he could win the game.
I feel like he's got a little footing underneath of him with Natalie gone because that target's now taken off him.
Right.
So you still have to worry about the Poker Alliance.
That's
right. But if that Poker Alliance works, then he's good. But if they still remain a target, not so much.
So Sandra gets the idol from Natalie.
Sandra's cheerleading ability on the sideline.
Well, I thought it was funny. She's like, Tony, get with the program.
Oh, yeah, pay attention. Sandra is the greatest survivor ever at sitting out challenges. We used to call it the Sandra bench.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, who's going to sit on the Sandra bench? Hey, kudos to her. I mean, when you go into a game like this, you're not an athletic threat in any way. Why are you going to put a target on yourself by losing the challenge for your tribe?
Right.
You don't.
It makes sense.
So you sit out and it's just, you got the, hey, it ain't me.
Right.
That motherfucker couldn't get over the fucking thing.
So
you didn't let me.
How is she still pulling this shit off, Jonny Fairplay? Sitting out of challenges, getting a freaking idol from Natalie.
It's her first idol, other than the one Parvati gave her, but it's her first idol that she's had going into a tribal.
Right.
I mean, as I said, I just think that move was to Manali just to fuck up that tribe.
Yeah, right.
So no, and of the two, I think Sandra is the biggest threat, but the second biggest threat. I think Amber was the biggest threat. So and Amber is still dangerous. Amber can fucking send shit from fucking Edge of Extinction to Boston Rob.
Right. Yeah. So let's talk about this Poker Alliance. Yule basically tells everybody about this Poker Alliance.
He's like, I'm watching TV, and there's Tyson going, this would be the Power Alliance if we ever played again.
That is unbelievable gameplay going into this.
I mean, I knew that, but I didn't think Yule knew that. And Yule just wowed me for 2 hours.
He did.
So
he is someone that wasn't even on my radar to be a fan of, but that dude has impressed me big time.
I think I'm going to sell probably 50 Yule shirts tonight.
You probably will. So Tyson
at JonnyFairplay.com.
Tyson knows he's a target, right? Because he's in the
Tyson went from being cool and cocky to shit.
Yeah.
This they know about the Poker Alliance. It's like, yeah, motherfucker, we got TVs too.
Yeah, and Kim is
like cable ain't that expensive. You can stream shit.
Right. And Kim's freaking out.
Yeah.
So everyone is tripping out.
Yeah, it was, you know what? I enjoyed watching Kim not be in 100% control for the entire fucking time she played. It was great. I loved it. Hey, here's how the other half lives.
Right.
I don't dislike her. Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong, but she's never felt that, ever.
No.
And it's just like, guess what? Some motherfuckers feel that when they play Survivor, and it sucks.
That's why I think this season is going to be so great, Jonny Fairplay, because there's so many great players that may have never even been on the radar of getting voted out on their season that are going to be possibly target numero uno. And the other thing I love about this season is typically, dude, it takes me, I don't know about you, it takes me fucking 6 episodes
to know who these motherfuckers are.
So we know who all these people are right out of the gate.
Yeah, I did enjoy knowing wanting to talk with Kim. That was fun. It's just she's just you'll act like he couldn't hear. Yeah. She tell you I don't. Were you talking? I can't hear I'm over here, a foot and a half away. I couldn't hear you.
So, based off of this first episode, Jonny Fairplay.
Based off the first episode, I thought Amber was a dullard.
A what?
A dullard. I thought she brought nothing to the table. I thought she was pathetic.
Who has surprised you besides Yule out of the gate, episode 1?
Yule's mastery of the game surprised me, and the Blue Tribe's lack of mastery of the game surprised me.
Well, yeah, true. And I know that one thing is I am glad Officer Sarah did not go home. She's a big target. I saw a lot of things on social media where people are like, who do you want to go out first? And everyone's pregame, Officer Sarah or so-and-so. I think that, I don't know. I think she could go far. I thought, man, she might be a target, but.
Do you find her attractive?
I like Officer Sarah.
I mean, if you weren't married and she weren't married and you were on the edge of extinction.
Well, I know what you're getting at. You're wondering if I would take a Blue Chew.
Would you?
Potentially.
Well, tell us about Blue Chew, man.
Man, right now, if you guys, sometimes when you get old, like Jonny Fairplay, myself, maybe Ethan's on.
Oh, you know, I know for a fact Ethan Zahn needs a Blue Chew, but even young bucks like Nick Wilson can use a Blue Chew every now and then.
That's right. And Jonny Fairplay, you use Blue Chew all the time.
Well, I wouldn't say all the time, but
I kind of, earlier today, I was like, I felt someone poking me, and I was like, that's fucking Jonny Fairplay.
Oh, I was on a plane earlier, and I was wearing sweatpants. And I don't think there's anything more hilarious than taking a Blue Chew and getting on a plane and sitting there with a tent with the little old lady beside you. Well, you set your magazine on there, and you you don't do that?
No, I do not.
I mean, we're talking so hard a cat can't scratch it.
That's true. So the cool thing about Blue Chew, it's blue like the color blue, Jonny Fairplay.
The same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis.
That's correct.
You just go online. There's no awkward doctor visits, no in-person craziness. You just go to bluechew.com and use promo code SURVIVOR, and it's free. We're giving away #SuperHardDicks for free just by using promo code SURVIVOR. $5 shipping applies.
$5 shipping, but that's it.
$5 shipping is nothing for a super hard dick.
No, it's not. It's not. So go to bluechew.com, promo code SURVIVOR. $5 is all you pay for shipping, and you get it free.
Can you believe I gave away a used Manscaped lawnmower 2.0?
I love that you. Oh, just put a little bit of I don't know, hydrogen peroxide. Clean.
Well, it's waterproof. Take that shit in the shower. You'll be all right.
That's
right. I got the cord. She hasn't left yet.
That's right. That's right.
You know that has quiet stroke technology? Back when I was about 11 years old, I was the master of quiet stroke technology. You know what I'm saying?
11?
Yeah,
Oh, that's awesome. So tonight, we go to the second tribal council. I really, Jonny Fairplay, didn't realize before tonight that 2 people were going home tonight. That's actually pretty crazy.
I had no idea. I thought we were going to get character development, but
right. Well,
and I think we did. I think the fact that they went to an immunity and reward, 10 minutes into the game, I think gave us plenty of time for character development. I thought it was fine.
So we go to tribal council, and Kim, she seems like a target. She's kind of freaking out because she's never been on the chopping block. Amber, obviously, her husband's in the game. If you ask me, getting Amber out tonight was a smart
sucked
move.
At tribal, though. Didn't you think she was horrible? I thought she brought nothing to the table.
Yeah, I don't know.
She's calling out Tony for playing, and he was just like, yeah.
Right.
Because we were going to go tribal, so I didn't sit there and do nothing and have my boyfriend tell me that I'm safe.
Right.
Sorry. I mean, that's what I saw.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't really look much different than she did. Honestly, I don't think she aged real bad. Like, it's crazy.
And I don't think she did anything then.
Right. Yeah, no, a lot of times people say Amber wasn't like one of the great winners of this game. You know what I mean? So anyway, she gets voted out. She bequeaths her token to Rob. Now I want to ask you, do you think Amber is going to quit Edge of Extinction?
I don't know. I mean, if Rob's out there, I think they'll just hang out.
Yeah.
I would imagine he's going to be there sooner than later.
Rob, yeah. And I never.
As I said, you gotta worry about Edge of Extinction sending shit in to the players.
So there's been so much hype, Jonny Fairplay, of season 40, okay, leading up to this. Do you think that it delivered as a great season opener? My opinion is it did. I loved it. I loved the challenges. I loved the gameplay. I was surprised. I was shocked that certain people did not go home. And I'm excited for an awesome season.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I mean, I wanted to see some moves. I thought we saw one. I thought we saw Boston Rob play an incredible game tonight, but that's not what I want to see. And if that happens, that's great. Good for him. I'm not going to pout and protest and not watch the show.
Right.
So kudos to him. I mean, I was sitting there in shock, going, "Holy shit! How is this happening?"
Besides Ben, do you think there's other players out there starstruck by people like Boston Rob, Sandra, Poverty, some of the people like Nick and Wendell that are obviously super fans of the show?
Sure.
And do you think that's going to hurt them in the long run?
Not in the long run. I think it takes it's like going on a date with a hot chick. Once she farts in front of you, it's kind of, right?
That's true. Yeah. So Johnny Fairplay, we are here in Mason, Ohio, Sonder Brewery.
Can I tell them about what I do every morning?
Yes, you can.
I mean, I think they'd like to know.
Indeed.
Well, I always check out the Frenemies Challenge. When a podcaster asks a question about upcoming reality shows that a podcaster watches, like, what do you think will happen on the next episode? Well, answer that right, and you're one step closer to winning an awesome prize. Winning prizes for having a hunch is what's going to happen on the next episode of your favorite reality shows. I'm already obsessed with the Frenemies Challenge app, and it's so easy, too. I play the Frenemies Challenge trivia games every morning before checking Instagram and rolling out of bed. Few taps, bam. I'm sitting there and entered to win things like I want, like cash money. With the Frenemies Challenge app, you can play against other fans from around the country and win awesome prizes. And the best part is, it's totally free. Frenemies Challenge, where have you been all my life? I have the app, and it's great. Playing along with my good friend, Matt Bischoff. So download the Frenemies Challenge app in the App Store or Google Play today and play these trivia games like the reality TV guru you are.
Right on, Johnny Fairplay. Now, I got a question before we go.
Yes.
$2 million on the line.
Yes.
Do you think there's any possible way, and I don't even know if this is legal to do you think there's going to be people out there that make alliances to split the money?
There's only 2 rules in Survivor. You cannot conspire to share money, and you cannot physically assault another player.
But is there any way around that? Like behind the scenes?
No, I mean, Boston Rob and Amber being married.
Right.
I mean, I think that kind of goes against the integrity of the show.
And then $2 million after taxes, what do you think they're going to walk away with? Because it's like $650,000.
Yeah,
normally,
so
right?
1.3 million.
Wow. Amazing, dude.
So.
Well, I think we are in for a treat. I am no longer thinking about season 39, the worst season of Survivor history.
Yeah, who outside of Yule impressed you tonight?
I mean, honestly, Boston Rob impressed me, considering that I didn't think he would even stand a chance.
Yeah.
Like it proves, love him or hate him, it proves that he is a great Survivor player.
He is.
And same with Sandra. It's like to be able to be a 2-time winner and just make it through she should be jumping up for joy that she is safe in the game.
Oh, she was cheerleading her team to win. She does not want to go to tribal ever.
Yeah.
So she knows every time she goes to tribal is one step closer to her being done.
Yule was never on my radar at all as someone I'd be stoked about watching.
And he is now?
He is now.
Yeah. You getting the shirt?
Possibly.
All right.
I might. And offers.
I just got a I Hate Boston Rob yellow shirt, so I don't know if I can get 2 yellow shirts. Maybe.
But right now, Johnny Fairplay.
It's a sweet shirt.
This live event in my town, you're going to be doing one coming up soon. Where can people know about the next Survivor NSFW live events?
I'm going to be in Durham, North Carolina on March 4th at Dirty Bull Brewing Company. Tickets available at SurvivorTix.com. That's SurvivorTix.com. We have VIP and general admission, just like we do at all our shows. We'll also have the donuts, the Tribal Council, and the Donut Challenge. We just had 3 people eating a dozen donuts here when we started. It was crazy. So also, I'm going to be in Long Branch, New Jersey, first time ever. I'm going to be at the Wine Loft with Michelle Fitzgerald, who is competing on this season. That is March 11th on my birthday.
Hell yeah.
And rumor and innuendo, there's at least 2, possibly 3 other winners that are going to be there as well. Winners.
That's
Matt
awesome,
Bischoff.
man.
So once again, that's Wednesday, March 11th. Tickets available for that event as well are at SurvivorTix.com. That's SurvivorTix.com.
Right on. Well, thank you guys, Cincinnati. You guys are fucking awesome. One more round of applause. Season 30. Hell yeah. We will see you guys next week on another episode of Survivor NSFW. Cheers, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Go back to the original.
Fair enough.
I love you both. My name is Michael.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, that's me. I can't believe you guys are. I can't believe you guys are so